Peace and love, family. Welcome back to the channel. We are Mukimne. And for all of my new subscribers, welcome. I'm glad that you guys could join us today for another video. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about dualism. I'm going to talk about what it is, why dualism is important for gender nuanced people, and how we can begin to reconcile our dualistic components as gender nuanced people. Dualism is the theory that there exists both bodies and minds distinct from one another but linked together in some way. The mind has a gender identity that colors one's worldview, where the body and the soul correspond or reflect the internal gender identity of one's consciousness. In the case of a feminine presenting man, his feminine gender identity juxtaposes the sexed masculine body he possesses. The perceptible interplay of socially constructed gender attributes of both masculine and feminine are what constitute a realization of a gender nuance component and ultimately one's own gender. Since his gender identity differs from the sex that he was assigned at birth, it constitutes a gender nuanced experience. In order to live a whole and complete life, one must reconcile the duality of their gender nuanced experience, integrating both aspects of the divine masculine and the divine feminine into the totality of their experience. Understanding dualism helps to understand the social construction of gender in a given society. Materialism leads to the policing of gender nuanced bodies that fall outside of the heterosexual matrix. Consciousness develops first, and the body corresponds to that internal essence. Within this post-materialism world, we understand that the divine masculine and the divine feminine are socially constructed, and that gender is ultimately socially constructed. If individuals can possess both yin and yang attributes, and gender is socially constructed, then a gender nuanced experience is a variegated identity of an individual whose aesthetic, as determined by society, possesses both qualities of masculine and feminine in a given social context. In turn, this social construction produces homophobia, femphobia, transphobia as corrective measures for gender identities that deviate from a predetermined and pre-assigned heterosexual paradigm. Consequently, Black traditionalism produces and prohibits these identities due to the cultural motifs that govern our experience as people. In a post-materialistic world, understanding dualism will lead to wholeness for gender nuanced people, as well as a better understanding of how gender works within this expanded view of consciousness.